I have found my niche, especially in these days of COVID and all these different Zoom calls and everything going on, but I was doing it beforehand to try and reach out and network, try and get people to talk to me, trying to meet them. So, what is networking and why do we do it? As everybody here knows, our job is to help people. Our job is to inform, to educate people who've never heard of what we do, the 90% of people. We get a lot of claims through policy reviews. You build strategic partners. When you go to these different networking groups, and I'll get into some of them specifically, no one has ever heard of what you do 99% of the time. I start off my week every week with 12 to 15 hours of networking calls scheduled for the week in about 7 or 8 states around the country, maybe even a little more than that. Uh, I don't attend, I maybe attend about half of them because of my trainees, my client needs, and other things. But I start my week off with 15 to 20 hours on my calendar of networking calls. There's all kinds of calls. Again, I've only run into one other public adjuster, and he used to work for Metro. He's now on his own. But no one's ever heard of what we do. And it's great to have people's light bulbs go off. What's going on here? There we go. Okay. How to network and where? You know, we talk to our friends, we talk to our family. That's a warm network. You're sitting in a supermarket, you're at Home Depot, you're at a Lowe's, you're at a Target's, you're online. Start a conversation. I've gotten claims going to a dog park. I've got claims from a supermarket checkout cashier who actually signed to come on board, wrote a couple of claims, and that was the end of it. That's not the point. I was in the hospital for half a day on tests. I get a call a year and a half later. You don't know me, but my sister was the nurse practitioner and you helped her, and I have water leaking in my roof, and she told me I should call you and not call the insurance company. Anytime you're anywhere, just like a picture says, think positive. You're going out with friends, with new friends, with old friends. What's the first, one of the things that always comes up in conversation? What do you do for a living, or how's work? It got so bad with me before the pandemic with my wife that my wife had a 3-minute rule. I'm only allowed to talk about public adjusting for 3 minutes, wrap it up. Otherwise, she takes the car, goes home. I find my own way home, and I sleep on the couch. There are times when she tells me I'm not even allowed because people, you don't realize how little anybody knows about this. And once people hear about this, they want to hear more. That's the whole point of the matter. So, like the picture said, think positive. We're doing good things. Here's some examples. I personally, for the most part, have an affiliation or medical condition. It's called not paying for networking groups. BNI, LaTips, and other ones can be hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Okay? And they're like, well, because people pay a lot of money, we get quality people and quality leads. I'm sorry. If you believe that, then accept the offer the insurance company gave you and don't hire a public adjuster. I don't believe that. The bottom three are three groups that I currently, of three of the groups that I currently belong to. I belong to about half a dozen different networking groups, Chamber of Commerce, Rotary clubs, things like that. There's so much free out there. The pandemic has created a plethora of opportunities for us in multiple states all over the country. Okay, one of the new ones that I ran across recently is called Lunch Club. Lunch Club is my favorite. It's free. You can sign up, you set a profile, and you sign up, and you can pick where in the country and when you want to have one-on-ones with people around the country. On Saturdays, they have, I think it's 3 or 4 hours of speed networking. There's so many groups out there. It's just all over the place. The Meetup app is website app is a good place to go to just search for networking groups. You'll find in your area, no matter where you are. Religious affiliations. I do adult education training classes for churches and libraries. Haven't done it for a while. I go into real estate agencies. I'm actually going into my first real estate agency virtually in about 14 or 15 months, a very large real estate agency here in northern New Jersey who does about $90 million and has about 70 uh, agents. I'm doing that next week. How did I get that? Through networking. I met a woman who introduced me to another woman who introduced me to her boss, who was a broker associate. By the way, we both went to the same college, graduated from the same college. So of course he wanted to talk to me. So I have a trainee, James, who in 6 weeks ran through sign up, writing his claims, and passing his test. How did he do it? He's an organist at his church. So I joke with him, you're going through your church worse than COVID's going through your church. He's joking around. He wrote 4 claims in 6 weeks, and he should be getting his promotion at the July 17th event. Okay? The key is to create your own opportunity. Like I mentioned, adult education classes. I took the presentation and I took everything about Metro basically out of it and I kept it as a basic adult education class. And Paul Peck and I just recently updated it with the new slides, and this is the first opportunity next week I'm going to have. When you do libraries and churches and other organizations, people will gravitate to you to do policy reviews. And as you know, policy reviews are the heart of what we do. These are Rotary clubs, different associations. These are all different areas. Use your own. These are just ideas that I've used. It's limitless and all the types of opportunities you can go to. Okay? We tell the truth. That is the biggest thing that we have going on our sides. We're a free service provided by the state to tell the truth to clients and educate them. Having the truth on your side is very powerful. As long as you manage people's expectations, you don't do the one thing we tell people never to do, which is quote a dollar amount to somebody. We're telling the truth. We're not selling. Any of my trainees that start talking to me about selling and commission, I stop them. We do not sell. There's nothing that we sell except we give away knowledge. Again, no people's heard of what we do. And what is the worst thing that can happen? Oh, and by the way, it's not on the slides. I'm on a personal mission to remove the R word from Metro. That is referrals. I never, ever want anybody ever to refer me to anybody. I want you to introduce me. Think about the difference between, can you refer me to a couple of people you know, or can you introduce me to a couple of people you know? It's a big difference. It's a small word, but I think it makes a big difference. And everybody I tell that says, that's really good. I think it was an Eric Warrior thing in one of our trainings. Everybody who starts this level of confidence is really low. Anytime you start anything new, your confidence is very low. Why? Because you don't understand it, you're not familiar with it, you have no experience. Take it slow, take it easy, work with your trainer, work with your upline. That's what we're all here for. And know you will make mistakes. Everybody makes it. I'm sure Art's got a story or two, what he started, about a mistake that he made. I blew a 200.
Not me.
No, you're perfect, Art. Everybody but Art has made a mistake.
No,
Okay.
I made them. Believe me, I made them.
Okay. So I blew a $250,000 claim where 30,000 gallons of water escaped from the plumbing on the third floor of this house and completely destroyed it. I made some rookie mistakes. I'll never make any of that or any other of those mistakes again, but everybody does. Through experience, through working with your trainer, you gain experience. That's really in anything in life. And I believe, Art, that is the end of my actual presentation.
Okay. Well, one comment I'd like to just go right back to